Well, good morning. Good morning. How is everyone this morning? Delighted to be with you all. It's wonderful to be here. I'm playing music in the background. Somebody tell me if you can hear it. I rather doubt you can. Oh, I know you can, as a matter of fact, because I don't have it turned on. Let me see if I can turn it on. Let's see. Right there. Okay, let's try this. Can you hear? Can't hear it. Can you hear it now, Joshua? I don't know what happened. The volume went way down. I turned it on the screen. Give me a feedback on the music, Joshua, please. A little low, yeah. Well, I don't know if I can kick that up. I can turn my volume up, but I don't think that matters. Hello, Prime Apple Meep. In another part of the world, Ruben. Good morning. Good morning. Joshua Miller, thank you so much. Arcus, hello, Arcus. How are you today? Ashley, good morning, Ashley. T-Bone, hello, T-Bone. Long time no see. Since this morning, your time, last night, my time. That's right. Marky. Who else is here? Ruby Begonia. Hello, Ruby. 3G. Wendy. Where's Wendy? I just lost Wendy. There she is. Wendy Edmonstone. Nice to see you. She liked the picture of Popeye this morning. Hey, Naresh. Naresh is here and about. I don't know if he's here or not. Well, hello. How are all of you? Nice to see you. Great to be with you. And we're off to another grand week. Glory. I've got a bunch of shipments to get out today. There's Rose Blue Crayfish. Look at that. All right. Glory. I got to take this off since I don't need to hear myself. I'll put it on if somebody comes up and I need to hear them. Oh my. Yeah, another week. I've got I've got two good sized plant orders to go out. Fortunately, I've got everything in stock, so I'll be able to get them out right away. I need to get out and do some collecting this week. I need to collect seahorses, pygmy seahorses, and I need to get out and collect more pygmy sunfish. The Elisoma, I think it's Everglade. We're really not sure. It's not Gilberti. I'm sure of that. It's probably Okefenokee, though. Anyway, I went out with Frank, about 2 weeks ago, and we caught 50. He nailed the technique. He really got it dialed in, and in a very short time was able to get about 40 of them in a matter of, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to get to 50. And I got a video of him doing it, which is excellent. It shows exactly what the technique is, except he won't let me play it because he's embarrassed about feeling fat. Not that you can tell. I'm taking pictures of his back from 25 feet away. Nevertheless, Frank can be a little strange. If you're there this morning, hello, Frank. Love you. So I want to get him to look at it because I think if he sees it, he'll be fine with it. But we'll give him approval since he's being hysterical about it. Oh, glory. That frog jumped down my throat last night. Made some headway, I think. Let me see if I can get tuned into something a little. Here we go. We'll open up YouTube channel. Isn't that a great picture? I love it. Look at this. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can make it bigger. Yeah, I just think it's so cool. I remember when the movie Popeye came out, I dressed up as Popeye and went to the theater with the pipe and the hat and the whole thing. And being Arge, and what does he say? What does he say? What does Popeye say? I don't even remember. Can't think of it. Anyway, I did that. My wife didn't appreciate it. Nobody appreciated it. I appreciated it. I thought it was funny. It was a strange movie. Who was in that? That was a movie that a whole lot had been put into until the very end, and then the money got cut off, and they couldn't do the grand finale, so they wound up doing something. Who there was? Was it Robin Williams? I don't remember, but it was widely touted, and then the studio pulled the plug on it before they finished producing it. They got it out anyway, and it was fun. It was fun. Let's see. What am I looking at? Oh, really? I need to go in here and look at. Come on, boys. Do it. You can do it. There we are. Let me get the volume off. And I have this infinite regression on my monitor. Oh, you can see it too. Infinite regression. All right, what do we do to get rid of that? Let's see. We do this. That's what we do. What am I doing here? We're doing live chat. And we're double checking who's here. Oh, goodness sakes. A bunch of new people have come in. Okay, so we did T-Bone, Joshua Miller, Ashley, Ruben, Pineapple Meep, Pineapple. We're going to turn Pineapple blue. Everybody gets to be a moderator on Father Fish's live streams. That's because everybody is a genius, and everybody is supportive, and everybody is profoundly appreciated, and everybody has absolute authority to the level of moderator. But what it also means is that you can't moderate each other. Only I can do that. So you can put people in timeout. You can't kick them off, but you can put people in timeout. Oh, Arcus. Hello, Arcus. Roman Chirac. Hello, Roman. Roman was with us last night. He was in rare form. You have to go back and watch. It was fun. And Mary was with us. Amber was supposed to be in, but she never showed up. And she has been incommunicado for a few days. Mary said that she got hacked. And apparently it's messed up her system. So I don't know what the reality is. I tried to call her on a phone number that's posted on her Facebook page, but it didn't go through. And I can't get a message. That won't work. So I don't know what's going on. It's all rather um, makes me apprehensive. So I'm trusting she'll get plugged in soon and get back to us. She just moved to Florida, and I know is very excited about it. Been doing a lot of work on her home. Um, we'll see. Just looking forward to hearing from her. Sue Ann Campbell. Hello, Sue Ann. Oh, Jess is here. Hey, Jess. Manes, tails, fern, fins. Jess, have you heard from Amber? Who's calling me? Whoa. Oh, dear. Father Fish. Yeah.
Did you ever get my PayPal money?
No, I don't think so. Let me look and see if it's there.
It went into your email or whatever. But I called PayPal to check on that. They said that I guess they're waiting for you to check the account. I don't know.
No, it ain't there. And I have not gotten it. Did you put it in through PayPal?
Yeah, I went
Yeah,
to PayPal.
okay. All right, so I'm going to look at transactions. Let me just double check the transactions because I've moved some money over to my bank. I have a Teespring Heal in Faith. That's not you. Slatic, Brian Lewis, Karina Hernandez, Joshua Miller, and Brian Watson. That's the entire month of August. It's no, it's not here. It's not in my account.
Oh, it says here you sent 75. Oh, what does it say? I sent it to myself.
Well, maybe. See if you can draw it out. I don't know. I don't have it in any case.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to cancel that
and just redo it. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Right.
Very good. Thanks, Alec. Right, bye. Guy's been trying to get me an order for, oh, Lord knows how long, a couple of weeks. And I think he sent it to himself. He thinks he sent it to himself. I don't know what happened, but I never got it. Patricia Powers. Hello, Patricia. Roman Chirac. Sue Ann Campbell. Joshua Miller. There's Naresh. Hey, Naresh. Fat is fun. What is she referring to? Is the post office open today? I'm glad you said something, Joshua. No, it's not. And I was about to pack up a bunch of stuff and take it over there. That would not have worked out well. So I'll have to do it tomorrow morning. Guess I got a reprieve. Maybe I'll go collecting today. I know. I'll go get seahorses. I really need that and also need pygmy sunfish. The problem with the pygmy sunfish thing is that it's a half a day. It's an hour and a half drive to get there. And then I have to stop in the Amish bakery on the way because it's on the way. And then an hour and a half back, plus a half an hour or so there. So that's 1.5, half and half. 1, 3, 3.5, 4. 4 hours, half a day. If I leave at 10 o'clock, I'm back at 2:30, 3 something. And it usually is later than that. So I don't know if I want to do that. I can do the seahorses there and back in under 2 hours. Easy. So I don't know. I need both, though. Frank has been not able to get up and do it. Curtis is here. Hey, Curtis. Nice to see you. Let me get this. Curtis M. We need turn Curtis blue. Good to see you. Patricia Powers, Howard Van Tassel. Hello, Howard. What do we got? 30 in. Joshua Miller, Sean, have you tried? Whoops. Have you tried? And then it went away. Have you tried hot tea and honey for your cough? No, I have not. It's in my um where you know that flap that covers your airway, your airway, right? Your airway. It's right there, right at the tippy edge of that. Ugh. And it's chronic. For a while, it went away. I was eating a lot of, I don't see any here, eating a lot of peppermint, the little tiny mints. Now I'm diabetic, so I started eating those a while back, some years ago actually, because they only contain 1 calorie per little thing, and I figured how much could it hurt? I mean, if I eat 50 a day, which I don't, that'd be only 50 calories, right? Until I read the label. And then suddenly it went from 1 calorie to 10 calories. Somebody slipped a zero in there on me at some point in time. Then it went from 50 to 500. So that began to make a difference. So I've kind of cut back on those to the point where I may do 1 or 2 a day, but they were clearing my throat. So I don't know if there's something to. They also were clearing my nasal passage, my nasal passage, if you will. um, I've had chronic congestion my whole life, and they cleared it up. I was actually laying down in bed, breathing out of both nostrils. It was amazing. Never experienced that before, and now that's coming back. So I don't know. I probably could get some menthol or eucalyptus or peppermint or something like that and dose myself with it and maybe get this thing cleared up. Oh, Robbie, it was Robin Williams, wasn't it? Yeah, it was wonderful. Just wonderful. I loved it. What have I been doing with my time, Orca says? Trying to figure out what to do with my time, primarily. um, I've been sleeping more. That's nice. It took me a while to break the pattern of waking up at 6:30, 7 o'clock every morning. This morning I woke up at 8:30, but then I didn't go to bed until after midnight. It was like 12:30, 1 o'clock. So I didn't really get all that much sleep, but I feel fine. I feel refreshed on 6.5 hours. Um, what am I doing with my time? I don't know, but the days seem to fill up. I spent a lot more time sitting here doing this. Now, I'm not doing the daily live stream I was doing. It was just too much. And it was preventing me from doing other stuff. By the way, I've got 3 videos coming up. Biggs did a video with a woman from Florida, Edith, who's an aquatic vet, on treatment of ick. And she did a very sophisticated, scientific, very thorough study of treating ick primarily using salt. Now, the reason she did that is because as a scientist, she is aware that there are a wide variety of ick parasites, some of which are not susceptible to increase in temperature. However, they're all susceptible to salt. There are problems with salt, which she outlines. The 2 major ones are it can and usually does in higher doses destroy the biomass in the system, the nitrifying bacteria, It can kill bacteria if it's too dense. If it gets up above 1.25 or so. And number two, it can also kill plants at that level. So I'm back to where I was when I did my first ick video, which has been a very popular video. But I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it with caveats. And the caveat is this. If you have a planted deep substrate aquarium, you do not want to treat with salt. You absolutely do not. Now, Edith recommends taking the fish out and putting them in a hospital tank. That may be impractical if you have a tank full of baby guppies, for example. Not that a baby guppy is going to survive beyond one day with it, but nevertheless. So, my recommendation is still turn the temperature up to 86 degrees, particularly if you are not able to treat them with salt. You will find that the ick will disappear. Now, granted, there are species of ick that are not temperature sensitive. In 75 years of keeping fish, I've never run into one of those little buggers, nor do I know anyone else who has. Not quite true. There was one person here on YouTube about a year ago who was trying to get rid of it with temperature and couldn't. He got the temperature up to 90 degrees and it didn't go away. And I don't remember how that resolved itself, but it seems to me there was something about a broken heater or a bad thermometer or something that once that was worked out, the ick were killed with a high temperature. Nevertheless, you can control ick with salt water. The rule that she prescribes is to put salt into the water to the point of stress. Seems a little odd. I mean, I guess you can do that. It takes a fair amount of control and observation skills to be able to do that really effectively. The only other issue that came up, and it's a real one that I did not respond to in my original video, is when you increase the temperature, you increase the fish's biological requirement for oxygen. And it can, as a result, cause an oxygen depletion. It's a simple thing to fix. You put an air stone in the tank or a sponge filter or something, to agitate the water, to get more surface space broken or surface broken and create more opportunity for CO2O2 exchange. And that solves the problem. So I'm going to redo the video, and I'm going to try to do it in a way that's a good bit better organized than what I've just been through, to give people a chance to understand what they really can do. So the rule of thumb is going to be this. Raise the temperature if you see ick. Raise it to 86, 87 degrees. Check it the very next day. If there is no change, then you're going to need to go to salt. If you have a planted deep substrate tank, that means you're going to have to take all the fish out and put them in a hospital tank, maintaining the same temperature with an air stone and no food, and salt at the level of 1 teaspoon per gallon. That's roughly 2 grams per liter. a little less. That can be increased slightly. And in a matter of 2 days or so, that should get rid of it. But the temperature is going to work. I mean, the likelihood that you will encounter a warm water parasite is virtually nil. It just is not likely to happen. My belief is that the parasite is more or less in the air. I know of far too many people. Alex, just recently, the hidden secret, got ick in a tank that had not had a new fish put in it in 4 years. And nothing else was introduced to that tank that could have had it spontaneously occurred and began attacking fish. He treated it, I believe, with temperature, and it went away. I believe it's in the air. I believe you can get it from a much wider range of sources than we have heretofore assumed. I believe the ick parasite is part of the environment, part of our here in the U.S. in the um, temperate zone, part of the environment, that it's in everything. It's in the water, it's in the air, it's in everything. And I think you can get it that way. There are too many cases of it popping up with no possible source other than just coming in through the environment somehow. So anyway, there was one more thing, and I lost it. I made some notes. Let me double check and see. There was one more thing. Temperature. Look for stress. Yeah, if you're doing temperature, you have to look for stress. If they're hanging at the top, breathing heavily, then you need to add aeration. For Planet Tank, did I use salt? Yeah, two. That was it. 2 grams. 2 grams per liter, 1 teaspoon per gallon. 3G. Hello, 3G. Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Shelley Duvall was Olive. That's right. I'm going to have to go back and watch the movie again. I remember I really enjoyed it at the time. Joshua said he loves the thumbnail. I think it's fun. I'll have to use it again. I need to find some really interesting way to tag it or title it. It's probably copyrighted too. I need to look into that. Fat is fun. What in the world was Patricia talking about? Fat is fun. I don't know. I'm here. Emily. Hey, Emily. Emily is here. Hi, Emily. Did you all see the unboxing thumbnail with a woman opening a box with light coming out of it, saying, "What's in the box, Emily?" That was done as a meme for Emily months and months ago when she was buying light fixtures. And everybody was on her case about opening the box and looking and seeing what the light fixture was. So I found that meme, put it in, put the tag on it, posted it, and it was greatly enjoyed. And I liked it so much, I decided to start using it again. So my plan is to use it for all of my unboxings. I may put a number on it or something. We'll see. How maybe a date. We'll see how that goes. But apparently, Emily said she liked it too, so I was pleased about that. Oh, Joseph Ariando. Hello, Joseph. Good to see you. Curtis M. Doing well, Curtis. How are you doing? Let's see. I need to get you Turned blue, Curtis. High flying Mayan. Aloha, Shoal. Nice to see you, high flying Mayan. JBVM is here. Hello, hello. Petraman is here. Lurking doing water changes. Petraman is the water change champ of the world. Petraman does 4 water changes a day. I'm exaggerating, of course. He only does 3. Petraman maintains discus, and he does it the old-fashioned way. He does it with a very, very high level of maintenance, to the point where he uses RO water and mineralizes it. But the minerals that he puts in it are not anything any of us plebeians would even know to use. He buys minerals from Germany and puts them into his water at a level that is prescriptive. In other words, it's very measured. Genius at discus, has spawned discus, raised the babies. He just does amazing things with discus. We're going to have to get a picture of your tank up, Petraman. Need to do that. What is that white fish in your 55? Oh, he saw that, did he? There are 2 of them in there. See if we can spot them. Here's a turtle. This is a dirty tank. Dirty tank. Because I've got really dirty animals in it. Like this Reeves turtle. And where are they? They hide up in the grass, so they avoid predation. I have 2. Let's see if I can get them to come. No, they're just going to be scared. They are called Osphronemus. There they are, right there. Osphronemus. The true giant gourami. There they are. Where's the other one? I don't know. True giant gourami. They get, I don't know how big they get, 2 to 3 foot. They get really, really, really big. And are a gourami. And a very cool one. These are albinos, so I'm kind of excited about that because they get really pretty. The common ones are gray with some red on their finnage. Not a particularly beautiful fish. The albinos are prettier, but a massive, massive fish. And of course, it takes years to get them to that level. I got these to sell. I probably won't keep them. Ooh. Mercy. Oh, Christina Whitaker. Hello, Christina. Haven't heard from Amber, Jesse says. Yeah, I don't know. I hope she's okay. High flying Mayan seahorses. Do you have high flying is in, you're in Hawaii, I think. Do you have pygmy seahorses in Hawaii? Do you know? I know they're in the Philippines, and I know they're in Indonesia. They're different. They're different than ours. They're the same size, about 1 inch, but they're much more brightly colored. Ours are kind of, the prettiest ones I've found were green. I don't know if I found a white. I don't think I've ever found a red. I have found green. They're more commonly gray or dark color. No particularly interesting color. And their shape is exactly the same as the erectus, the traditional seahorse. They're really very cool. and really easy to keep. I shipped some out last week along with some pipefish and shrimp and hermit crabs and whatever else. It was kind of a box lot package. For $100, they got 5 seahorses, 2 or 3 pipefish. I don't even remember what all. Some caulerpa, I think, hermit crabs. Some apparently there were some little flower anemones in there. Tiny. They said there were. I'm not sure that's what they are, but a bunch of stuff, and it shipped beautifully. It took 3 days to get there, USPS. Everything arrived safe and happy. I have a shipment out right now that I sent last Monday that's due to be delivered today. I don't know if it's going to be because I don't know if they're going to deliver on a holiday. They might, since they've had it for a week and it was guaranteed 3-day delivery. It was fish. Gonna pass out from the coughing. It was pygmy sunfish. So we'll see. They should be all right, even at 7 days, unless the temperature went out of whack and they overheated. They can't get too cold. They can't get too hot. I mean, if it gets up over 95, 100, that'll kill them. So we'll see. I promise to make it good if they don't come through okay. I had a plant order once. That was a shipment to Seattle, by the way. I had a plant order once, also I believe, to Seattle, that took 2 to 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks, and it sat in the depot here in Tampa, Florida, for 2 weeks. Sat there for 2 weeks, box marked perishable. 2 weeks. Finally, I checked on it, and suddenly it moved. The day I checked on it, isn't that curious? Anyway, it got delivered, and the plants were fine. I was stunned. Really didn't believe they would make it, but they did. Ruby Begonia is doing plant maintenance. Bravo. Oh, Christina Whitaker, TN Aquatics, TN Aqua. Hello, TN Aqua. Primate meep, meep. Is it okay to feed betta fish? It just jumped down on me. Now I gotta find it. Oh, Lord. What kind of turtle? Vanoksky. Hey, Vanoksky. It's a Reeves. Reeves. Reeves turtle. Hypertension meds. I am, and that could very well be. Is the Amish baked goods good for diabetes? Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Epiglottis, glottis, I don't know. No Amish bakery for me, Roman says. Oh, pineapple, primate. Is it okay to feed bettas 3 times a week? Absolutely. All right, I think I'm. All right, that's at 9:16. I'm way behind. Let me see if I can get caught up here. Paul C. Hello, Paul C. Word Dunlap. BP meds cause chronic cough. That could very well be. I am on BP meds. Fred Barchetti. Hey, Fred Barchetti from Montreal. Happy to see you. Turn you blue. Oh, by the way, we have a new protocol we're using. Naresh finally talked me into it. I didn't understand what he was saying, but in order to be able to post, you have to be um, um, signed up on the Fatherfish channel. You have to be You have to be a subscriber. That's what it is. So we, all of these folks who are coming in, who are new subscribers. We're delighted to have you. Please remember when you subscribe, and if you have not done this, please do. Go back and hit the little bell, and then click on all, so that you get notified when we post videos. It'll come up in your whatever that. In your notifications. Notified in notifications. Chest, tongue, and under nose. Fly, fly, and Maya. Oil of oregano. Take 3 every morning, 3 drops. Clears my throat and use them to stop asthma attacks. Oil of oregano. Well, that's interesting. Thank you, Christina. I will look into that. Spicy, High Flying Mayan says. And also says, had no idea. I never heard of that either. Large amounts of laxatives help remind people not to go. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. We're done live. Thank you for that, I think. Emily liked the Christine Whitaker oregano oil. JBVM, how do you use the drops? Word Dunlop saying oregano went wild in his yard. Great plant, love it. Papa Shrimp, good morning, Papa Shrimp. Happy to see you. Christine gets the Pure Stuff online for about $50, mixes it in olive oil until it doesn't burn. The Pure will take the skin off your tongue. 3 drops on the back of the tongue. So you mix it in with olive oil. Here's another one. Mix it until it doesn't kill you. Right. Oh, dear God. Give us a little more. Is that like 3 drops per teaspoon of olive oil or per cup? And then you put 3 drops on the back of your tongue. What's the dilution level, Christina? Let's see. It has a U-shaped nucleus. Do some microscopy. I have not. I finally got my microscope set up on a table today, so I can now use it sitting here. So I'm looking forward to that. Get this thing in gear. Part of the decomposition process. That's an interesting thought that it's released. I don't think so, though. My understanding is that if the larval stage does not attach to a host within a relatively limited period of time, I think it's like 1 week that it dies, it may cyst. Stephen, the biologist, said that the temperature causes it to drop off the fish, but it doesn't kill it. So it may go into a cyst state at that point. I don't know how you square that with, maybe it's the adult cysting or laying eggs in a cyst like brine shrimp do. I don't know. I haven't studied it that deeply to know. Equivalent of fish flu, Mayan says. Latent in the tank until an opportunity. Well, maybe, but again, my understanding is that at least the larval stage requires a host to survive. Now, it may cyst and the eggs may sit until something triggers their hatching, although that seems unlikely. I think it's more likely that the adult may cyst. I know adult nematodes will do that. If they can't get out of the host, if they're moving through species, in other words, and they get into a fish and the fish is too big for a bird to eat it or something else to eat it, then they will, once they mature at that stage, they'll burrow into the flesh and cyst, and you'll see little tiny black beads almost in the flesh of the fish, a big fish. And that's a nematode cyst. And they stay there until the fish dies and deteriorates. And I don't know what happens then. I guess they're laying on the bottom, or maybe they deteriorate with it. I mean, maybe they're just out of luck. You know what I mean? Romaine, how do you take the drops, tea water under the tongue? She did that. Word Dunlap 80 p.m. filter will remove ick from the water. Oh, 80 micron. An 80 micron filter. That's interesting. Yeah, I used to use the diatom filters, and I did find that worked. The problem is with the filters, you've got to be moving a really large percentage of the water volume to keep up with it. If it's only moving 10% of the water volume every hour, that parasite has time to get up in the water column and find a host before it gets sucked up by the filter. It certainly works and can be helpful, and I certainly would recommend it as one of a number of approaches, temperature included. Again, let me reiterate this business about ick parasite species. I personally have never encountered, when I've had ick, a species that was not controlled by temperature. It's not to say it isn't there, it certainly is. It's not to say you'll never encounter it, you may. I never have, and I've literally never heard of anyone who has documented. I mean, there may be a tropical zone ick parasite. Don't know about that. 929, talking about Frank Patricia and his reluctance to have the. Yeah, we're going to get on his case about it. It's a really excellent piece of video, and I'm sure if he would look at it, he refuses to look at it. If he looked at it, he would like it because it's perfect, and he doesn't look fat at all. Doesn't look fat as I do, for God's sake. And I posted my picture with this monster belly I've got. Lord. Stephen Cooper, you've been a big help. Thank you, Stephen. Divine Graphics Inc. Peace and good day, all fish keepers. Nice to see you, Divine Graphics and Inc. Word Dunlap not change any water in more than 6 months. Whoa. Well, that's interesting. You know what? I did that, didn't I? I just mixed up Word Dunlap with somebody else. Petraman. I mixed them up with Petraman. I'm sorry, Word Dunlap. And Petraman both. Petraman's not here. He may have jumped down my throat. And Word Dunlap, you're more than welcome to. My sincere apologies. I was talking about Word Dunlap and I meant Petraman. Christina Whitaker. Back of the tongue, most people hate the taste until they get used to it. So have a drink you like ready. Side effect, it clears out bad cholesterol. Wow. The Plasma Center always asks if I eat fat-free. Isn't that interesting? oregano oil. What's the dilution level, Christina? Boy. Zachary Redgrave. Hello, Zachary. Welcome back to you. Nice to see you. Oh, High Flying Mayan is in Texas and just bought the seahorses from me. Right. That was an interesting boy. My brain, I tell you what, you turn 80 and everything goes like out the ear and out the nose and out the eyeball. Rarely does it come out the mouth in a way that's reasonable. That shipment I just described went to High Flying Mayan, and he was happy with it. Are they still alive and well? High Flying, is that stuff all doing okay? And did you get, I forgot to include it, a vial of decapsulated brine shrimp, which I love to use because you put it right in the tank and they hatch out in about 8 hours and there's no shell. So it doesn't create that kind of problem. A misfit of a few saltwater species like seahorses and nudibranchs. I do a lot of maintenance. Yeah, with those are two that require high maintenance. This the big seahorses. The pygmies don't. The pygmies do not require high maintenance. They're really a low maintenance animal. Don't know why. I'm assuming it's because they live in the shallows, at least here in Florida. They live in the shallows, which is more polluted, dirtier, has more fresh water mixed in it, is less constrained, if you will, than deep water is. You're the reason I broke my cardinal rule of never starting a nano saltwater. Oh, and they're perfect in a nano saltwater. Absolutely perfect. It's just ideal. I've got a little 5-gallon here that I'm going to set up for my next batch of seahorses because I need to keep them separately. I can't put them in these salt tanks I've got down here. There's too much flow. They don't want very much flow at all. Oh, High Flying says the box lock package is what I call the ocean in a bag. It really was, wasn't it? So many different things in there. And there was a male seahorse that was pregnant, and he dropped the babies in the bag. So by the time they got to Mayan, it was full of babies as well. So that was great fun. Patricia saying thank you to Divine Graphics. Postal service will not deliver on a holiday, so they're not going to get it today. It'll be tomorrow. Those fish are not going to make it. Can't imagine. Misfit. Been a lot of issues shipping and receiving. They're getting overwhelmed again. Yeah, they were okay for a while. So far, it's been all right, but it looks like for longer stuff. Here's Alex back, I think. Hello.
Father Fish is blue. How you doing?
Good. Yeah.
All right, I tried again, and it looked like it went through.
Okay. Let me take a look real quick here. See if it comes up. Logging in. Yes, I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay, that problem was I was sending to fatherfish@fatherfish.net. And
Right.
here it was fatherfishaquarium80@gmail.com.
I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of that address.
Okay, but all right, well,
I got it in any case.
All right, great, thank you.
I'll get it out as soon as it'll be out this week.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Can't imagine what that was all about. But I got it. Whatever. What did he order? Oh, a big bag of hornwort. A big bag of hornwort. So I've got to order that in. I'll get it in this week and get it out to him. Any specialty item that anyone needs or wants, I can typically get and ship out within a day or two of getting it. Roman Chirac. Roman, what are you saying? No, Michael Kinsey just sent a $2 super chat. Let's see if I can find it here. I'm so far behind, and I ain't going to catch up, it looks like. Let me run through it real quick. Let's see. Emily suggesting I talk to my cardio rehab, pushing the phlegm out. That could be. They discontinued it for a month, so it doesn't start up again until October. If then, they had to put the staff in ER because they were understaffed. It has Thomasis that can be filtered. We did that. Joshua is saying he's had to keep the temp up 7 to 8 days before the ick goes away. Try salt. But again, you don't put salt in a planted deep substrate tank because you'll create a foul mess. Take the fish out and treat them in a bare tank. Christina's saying you get the premix. High flying, alive, well, and happy. I have decapsulated coming. They will hold out. Yeah, the pipefish do try to eat the shrimp. Pygmies are nice to keep. Blows my mind. They're easier. They really are. They're a breeze to keep. Oh, he's got regular BBS, so that's perfect. Need a big bag of stone crab claws, where Dunlap says. I can do that. I shipped 10 pounds to my daughter about a year ago on dry ice overnight. It was bloody expensive, but I can do that. Divine Graphics says there's another Father Fish on Facebook. I don't know. I'm on Facebook as Father Fish. There may be someone else. Depending on the damsels, they could get nippy. Worried about too much flow? Yeah, absolutely. I agree. This fit. Yeah, it has to have a light flow. About killing the cysts, where Dunlop says. Not about killing the ick, about killing the cysts. Maine's Aquatic Morning Show. You gave time to join us this morning. Yeah, absolutely. Jess is on following us. Post the link, Jess. I'm down to the bottom. Look at that. How did I do that? Erased right through it. Okay. Warren Dunlop has a link to Science Direct. It is control of ick using water filtration and salt, sodium percarbonate. Dose response studies. Yeah, it just takes longer. And they're talking 21 to 22 centigrade. That's pretty low. With the salt, you don't need to increase temperature, apparently. They used their mesh size of 80. They were filtering at 100% of the Thomas. Okay, well, here's the deal. You can get very involved and sophisticated getting rid of ick, and that may be required. 99% of the time, it's not necessary. 99% of the time, if you will kick the temperature up to 86 degrees for 2 days, it'll get rid of it. Now, whether it goes into cyst form and can pop back up again, I recommend once you've gotten it off the fish to lower the temperature to 82 and keep it at that level. At 82, the parasite seems not to be able to reinfect, and that may be enough to kill it. So, as a practical application, the simplest way to treat ick that is 99% effective is simply to raise the temperature to 86 degrees. And provided it's the kind of ick everybody else has, it's going to deal with the problem. The parasite's going to drop off the fish and not reinfect. It'll cyst, I guess, rather than lay eggs and procreate. So, anyway, thank you all. Thank you especially. Who was it who sent that? Oh, we're done. Thank you. We're done. I will hold on to that because I want to research that. That's pretty good. Hit the link and check that out. For a deeper understanding of how to treat ick beyond temperature, that covers the salt thing. Now, you can use marine salt or not table salt with iodine, but kosher salt, sea salt, Himalayan salt. You can use any of those. Sea salt, the kind of salt that's sold for saltwater tanks, any of that kind of salt. You can even use water softener salt, which is actually evaporated salt. So we're done. We're out of here. Thank you all. Bless you all. Good to be with you. Let's see what's at the bottom here. Roman, your pest snails like it in your filter because there's tons of food to eat. They're not in a hurry to leave. You may want to remove them manually. Post nasal trip. I think it is. Oh, you think it's different? Or Dunlop. Interesting. My saltwater tank is the Queen 8.75 gallon shrimp and plant kit, which includes internal filter. Not much flow at all. Doing all so far. Should be great. Should be just great. Make sure you've got a container of salt water set aside in case you need to do a substantial water change. If things go sideways, you'll want to be able to do that quickly and easily. It even helps if the tank goes sideways to take all the animals out and to put them in that backup water. Okie dokie. Patricia, pest snails in her sponge filter. Are they able to get out during the night? That's interesting. Pest snails that are, I wonder what they are. Malaysian trumpets, probably. But they usually go down to the sand. And the only way to get in the sponge filter would be to go down through the tube. I don't know. It's interesting. Jesse. Gave time to join us. Certain spam. I mean, I'm reading Jess's post. Oh, Yeah, she's talking about Misfit is talking to Jess about other things you've got in the tank. Yeah, obviously for coral you need a pretty good flow. So you can't really keep the two together. I've had seahorses in with coral, but they've been the large erectus. All right, we're out of here. Shoal scatters to Discord. I fly a man. Yes, come on over to Discord. We'll see you all over there. God bless you. Thank you. Blackbirds, amazing animals, and fishing. Nice to see you. See you all. What's today? Monday? See you Wednesday. Wednesday morning, 9 o'clock. Nice to be with you. I love you all. God bless. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend, day.